Okay, what I have to talk about today is our officers responded. Oh, wait, who is this? Our officers responded at 2 a.m. to a shots fired call at Miller and Camelback to Circle K. Upon arrival, they could see that numerous rounds had been fired inside of the Circle K. As they were interviewing witnesses, looking for victims and suspects, and trying to investigate that scene, another shooting call came out and shots fired just east of the area at an apartment complex. Again, our officers responded over that and began to investigate that as well. And as that was happening, we had numerous 911 calls calling in from neighbors in the surrounding area saying that people were fleeing the scene and that they were jumping residential backyards and going into people's backyards. At that time, one of our officers contacted a suspect who was seen fleeing the scene, and that suspect reached towards his waistband, and that is when the officer-involved shooting occurred. The suspect, after being shot, jumped over a fence into a backyard where he laid down on the ground. Our officers contacted the suspect at that point and began rendering life-saving aid and detained the suspect while he was transported to the hospital. While the officers were detaining him and transporting him to the hospital, a gun was found in the location of the shooting. At this time, we have 3 different scenes taking place where investigations are happening and detectives are busy. We have thrown all of our resources into this. We know that this is a scary and stressful time for the surrounding community. Right now, we have multiple people under arrest, and we are interviewing witnesses and anybody involved. Thankfully, we have no reported injuries of anyone involved yet besides the officer-involved shooting and one of our arrestees. I have limited information for you at this time as the investigation still is taking place, but I will take some questions.
Any idea how many suspects have been arrested? Are you looking for more?
At this time, we're still trying to figure out the investigation of what took place and what led up to the officer-involved shooting and everything that happened during the Circle K incident and the shots fired afterwards.
What about the 2 suspects, or the 2 people that were taken out of the apartment over here on the 208? Are they released?
I do not know. I do know that they had multiple people detained and were interviewing them, trying to figure out their involvement in the shootings.
And that person taken to the hospital, any general update on that condition?
He is in critical condition.
What is the role of Mesa Department?
Mesa PD is investigating the officer-involved shooting as per policy for EV cert.
Is this the apartment complex where that shots fired call happened?
Yes, it is.
Any indication on what was happening? Was a party here that started all this?
Their initial investigation shows that there was a large party taking place. We did not have any prior calls for service leading up to the shooting, so that is still we're trying to figure out what led up to everything that took place.
Is it believed that the 2 scenes are connected?
Yes, it is believed the 2 scenes are connected, but again, this is still in the very early stages of the investigation. We do not have all of that information. I do not have any other information to provide at this time. Thank you guys for waiting so long. As soon as we have additional information, we will put it out and reach out to Mesa PIOs for any further information about the officer-involved shooting.
What about this car over here in the parking lot?
Again, I don't have any other additional information to provide.
I know we mentioned that 2 scenes, but there's also crime scene tape in the neighborhood behind that house as well. Is that also related somehow from when people flee?
That is related, yes. But I do not have details of what happened and where. So I wish I had more details to provide for you. It will happen after we write search warrants. You know how these goes. It's a huge investigation. So thank you for your time.